Hi, welcome to Coffee and One Thing, where we are caffeinated and motivated. And this is episode 18, What Don't You Know About Credit Can Hurt You? I just totally messed that up, didn't I? What don't you know about credit?
It all works. It all works.
That's what we've got going on. And
So, what don't you know about credit?
Well, wait
Probably
a minute.
a lot
We have
of
a
don't.
featured coffee.
Scott has to talk about his
We
precious
have a
coffee.
featured coffee this month. My Green Mountain Coffee Roasters Hazelnut is my favorite coffee.
because
No,
All
because
right.
no
Because it tastes
disclaimers.
good?
because it tastes good.
Yes,
All right.
Okay.
We like
Especially
that.
especially with half and half in it.
Nice.
It's a plug for the dairy farmers.
Let's have a
Gotta have that. Gotta have that.
cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Have a little cup of coffee. So, what don't you guys know about credit? What don't you know?
Well,
There's
I
a
didn't
lot of
know.
things that you don't know about credit.
I didn't know that there are different types of credit scores. So when we talked with Jeff Hanks, our lender friend,
Episode 17.
16.
Okay, so 16.
15. 15.
15. I think we were at 15.
We are flying through these episodes, folks. We are amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize, back
day
to
of the
my
week,
point,
is it?
back to me, focus on me, people. No, that there are different credit scores for different things.
Right.
Like a mortgage credit score is different than, he said, a retail credit score, or what, buying a car.
Buying
Buying a car
yeah.
is a different credit score.
Yeah, and that they can be
Yeah.
higher,
Yeah,
lower.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that was really interesting.
that
It
was
was.
very interesting.
Good to know.
So, what else don't we know? What determines your credit score?
Credit.
Well, yeah, you absolutely.
Like,
that's
Gotta
actually
have
a
it.
very good answer. If you are not in debt, you can't have a credit
If
score.
you don't have any credit,
Yeah, you've got
Got
to be in
build
debt.
credit. Yeah.
You have to be in
Yeah.
debt to get a credit score.
that's so fascinating.
That's so kind of backwards, really.
But I guess it makes sense because
How do you score
if
something?
you're off the grid, they cannot track you.
There is true. and
Sorry.
there is that too for you.
I'm a little too caffeinated. for
We
this
are way
episode.
too caffeinated
More than
today.
caffeinated.
What is in that mug? But
Okay.
and so here's where we're at. We've got
Our producer slipped something into our cups.
we've got it going on. But what determines your credit score? So a credit score is a number between 300 and 850 that depicts a consumer's creditworthiness.
Credit worthiness.
Creditworthiness.
So that's how much they trust you to pay the money back.
how much you actually will pay the money back to them.
That's interesting to think about. So, statistics fascinate me. To think about that there's a number and an algorithm that they use to determine whether or not they're going to trust you.
Right.
Okay.
Scary thought.
We haven't heard from Scott much.
What's
Yeah.
a good score? What's your score?
I don't know.
Me neither.
But
But what's a good
if
one?
let's just say it this way, if probably 750, 800
Right.
is a good
Okay.
So
score.
to me,
So
that,
the higher
that
the
was
score
fair.
is better, but if you have a credit score that is less than a good
Optimal.
one, then reach
640
out to somebody to help you out.
Right.
'Cause you can fix
640
that.
is to buy a
Yeah.
house.
Okay.
We know
That's
that's
the bottom
a mark.
line?
That we
Right.
know that's a mark. So if you need to buy a house or you want to buy a house, you have to have at least 640. Now, in some cases, a lot of lenders are going 680, only because there's that little bit of
It looks better.
It looks
Well,
better.
What I never realized until being in real estate and talking to lenders, and then I don't remember, there was a movie, that when you get a mortgage, it doesn't just sit there with that same lender, that they actually package loans together and sell them as investments, like a money market,
Right.
that kind of stuff. So they're trying to optimize the value
That they're going to
so that they can sell it.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
So that's what creates all of these layers of requirements.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, yeah, if you're going to sell a loan, someone who has a 640 credit score doesn't look as good as someone who has a 680 credit score because you're more trustworthy, apparently.
Right. Absolutely.
They think.
Absolutely.
The computer,
Yeah.
the AI taking over the world.
I think if you know what it is or you have an idea, then talk to somebody like Jeff.
Right.
And help
through
develop a plan to work through it so you can get your credit score where it needs to be.
Because you can
purchase
work
a
it
house.
to your advantage.
Right. Yeah.
And what we really want to make
It's
sure,
not an identity. It's just a picture of where you're at.
absolutely, and what we really want to make sure that you all know is that there is one website that you can go to that is annualcreditreport.com. It's one of the only ones that doesn't charge to get a
credit report.
And you can get one for every
Credit
bureau a year for free. And so if you do it right, you could almost keep
track your own
credit without having to pay. If you do it right, every 4 months or so, get a credit report,
And without
it'll
it
be
messing
good.
up your credit
And it doesn't
score.
and it doesn't mess your credit score up.
Right. That was interesting too.
Right.
That Jeff talked about. If you're having your credit pulled multiple times or by different types
Of
like,
Right.
oh, I'm going
Like
to buy
a
furniture.
house, yeah.
They're going to pull my credit
Right.
for a credit card.
Right.
Oh, I'm going to buy, a car. They're going to pull my credit for
now
a
I went
car
to Home
loan.
Depot and now
That can impact your credit score
Right.
adversely.
Right, for sure. So with all of that going on, there's a lot going on with credit, but not much to kind of dig into on that. All we really wanted to make sure is annualcreditreport.com. And there's a lot of resources on our Team Beery page. So go to teambeery.com and you can download all those different resources and find out all kinds of good stuff about
Check
that.
us out.
Check us out.
Yep.
And if you like what you hear, subscribe, like, and share. If you know anyone who is interested in buying or selling real estate, we would love to be a resource.
And always choose a very
A
good
Beery team.
Thanks, everyone.
Take care.